use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 6 of Season 2 here at Southampton. In the last one, we bought a centre-back as per your votes, and I asked you who I should buy regarding a striker or winger, or preferably someone that can play in both positions, both up top and either wide left or right. Thank you for your hundreds of suggestions. I have added a number of them to the shortlist. We, as of this moment in time, can't afford anyone, but we are of course in the process of selling Dusan Tadic and Stephen Davis. So money will be raised before the end of the window. So one would presume that providing that Dusan Tadic and Stephen Davis accept contract offers and move, that we will pause before the end of the window again, probably in the final 2 or 3 hours of transfer deadline day, and you will have a further vote. If there is a vote, then don't vote on it yet until you've watched the full episode, so that you know the criteria for each of the strikers that we've got on the list, because I've got to somehow whittle down about a bajillion options to just 5 that I can fit on a YouTube vote. And then you will be able to have your vote, and the vote will be acted upon in tomorrow's episode. That's if we get the sales through of Tadic and Stephen Davis, and maybe Guido Carrillo as well. I do have, of course, a couple of players still available for transfer that we haven't yet had bids in for. Those being, here we go, Sam McQueen and Guido Carrillo. 16.2 is currently ongoing with transfer talks with Swansea for Dusan Tadic, and Stephen Davis is currently also in contract talks with Leeds. And I'll be honest, considering his wages is so high, I'm not expecting Leeds to be able to afford Stephen Davis's wage demands, and I'm expecting that one to fall through. Swansea should be able to afford Dusan Tadic though. Carrillo, I'd like to move on. If I can't, I could use Carrillo as part of another deal to try and boost the overall value of that deal. And similarly, Sam McQueen just isn't really worth anything, so I can't really do much there. But we shall play Aston Villa first in the Carabao Cup, our first game of the Carabao Cup season. We actually have Sheffield Wednesday on the 1st of September as well, so there's not that much time between the 29th and the 1st of September, but providing we do get the sales through, we won't be advancing past transfer deadline day, so it's not to worry for today. Let's go and play Aston Villa, get ourselves through to the next round of the Cup, and then hopefully things will fall into place transfer-wise as we push further forward. Make sense? I hope I've been able to get across everything I wanted to in the intro. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content, whether it's this series or the RTG series. Apologies about the disruption to the schedule recently. Unfortunately, things have been out of my control. A was Mother's Day, and B, YouTube was awful a couple of days ago. So check the schedule in the description. That lets you know exactly when videos go live on any given day in any given series. But crucially, follow me on Twitter to make sure that if something does happen with regards to the schedule, you'll be notified about it. So follow me on Twitter if you don't. There's a link in the description down below. But we're going to dive straight in here. And actually, for the Carabao Cup, let's give Kieran Tierney a start. Let's give DeAndre Yedlin a start as well. And I'm going to take Skriniar out for Harris. And I'm also going to put... In fact, I'm going to rotate quite a bit. And I'm tempted. Let's give Obafemi a game at striker. He's only small at 5'7", so he's not necessarily that suited for an outright striker, but being quick and okay in possession, he might suit that cam role quite well. We'll have to wait and see how we get on, but let's jump in then to this game against Aston Villa, see if we can't get ourselves through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Aston Villa not looking that strong. In fact, Maya Yoshida is on the bench, player that they signed from me at the beginning of this window. So Tommy Elphick and James Chester, the centre-backs. Kodjia up top with Jack Grealish sat just behind him. Grealish is a decent player. They've got Ahmed El Mohammadi at right back as well. Not too sure what to expect from this game. I'm hoping though we can get good debuts for Tierney and DeAndre Yedlin, and fingers crossed in that cam role Obafemi can actually have a decent game too. He's on the run. DeAndre Yedlin sticks the foot in, but can't deal with the physicality of Kodjia. But to be fair, not many wing-backs could. DeAndre Yedlin does well to reach that ball though. Obafemi will get the turn in and look to accelerate away. He's got a little bit of pace in his back pocket, the youngster. And definitely utilising that here, and he's just going to keep going. Obafemi, what a run. Can he give us a 1-0 lead? Yes, he can. Stunning finish. What a solo goal. Obafemi into the starting lineup for the first time and making an impression. I think the defenders were just too wary about sticking a leg in and him going over it and then running the risk of getting a yellow card. I mean, terrible attempted tackle from James Chester there, and that's a really smart finish too. I'm pleased with that. Well done, Michael. 1-0 Southampton. Short there to Jordi Claessy. Yedlin. I'm going to give this to Charlie Austin. Obafemi could run around me, and he has done. Obafemi drops the shoulder. I thought I'd try and jink back onto his right foot to get a better angle for a shot, and it's a goal kick only, unfortunately. Sucks. Could have been a quick second for Obafemi there. Tierney. Buffal's making the run, but he's got a defender right on his shoulder, so I can't really use him. Here's Claessy. Come across here to DeAndre Yedlin, drive forward and continues to drive forward and then cross it looking for Charlie Austin. That's a very good goal. If DeAndre Yedlin is going to have that sort of effect at right back, he might push for a first team start. Cedric is one of my better players, but if DeAndre Yedlin is going to pop up with that sort of performance, despite the fact he's much lower rated, he might be more effective. Obafemi and Charlie Austin with the goals. 2-0 Southampton. Claessy to Højbjerg. Drill that out wide there to Promise. He's done well to hold up the ball. Oh, that's nicely done. Obafemi's there short in support. There's Promise. The best of balls to Højbjerg, and we've given away possession. All of that good play previous. Thrown away by a poor pass from the midfield, but Promise gets the ball back again. Obafemi out to Sofiane Buffal. Austin's made the run. That's not really the sort of run I can use at the minute. Good footwork from Sofiane Buffal there, though. Jordi Claessy will look for Promise. Oh, he's spun in behind well. Penalty given. Wow. It looked like a shoulder-to-shoulder between James Chester and Quincy Promise. Just too strong for him. But we'll have a look at the replay. He's not stuck a foot in. He's just... Is he overly heavy with the way that he leans in there? I think that's just Quincy Promise needing to get on the weights. He could take this penalty himself. I'll give it to Charlie Austin because he has the best penalty stats in the team. I can't quite believe that I've gotten that penalty. I can believe that I've missed it though. 2-0 at half time. Short to Obafemi. Dink that to Quincy Promise. Not the worst ball in the world. So there to Charlie Austin. Need to hold the ball up here. Højbjerg across to Kieran Tierney. She goes to Charlie Austin. And good touch. Decent turn. Good strength. I have to look back for support though. Obafemi. Charlie. Early shot. Good save by Bunn. Struck firmly on his left foot there. Charlie Austin. I'll give this back to DeAndre Yedlin. We'll again look for a cross. It's another superb ball in. And Jordi Claessy will make it 3. Took him an age to even react to the ball. I think it hit him more so than him actually taking a touch to control it. But a second assist for DeAndre Yedlin on his debut. The cross was really good. I want to have a look at the way Claessy took control here. He did turn his back on it, and it just hit him on the side of the head. But in the end, it was the only way he could have finished it with the keeper in such close proximity to him. Into the ground. And then up into the roof of the net. Southampton 3, Aston Villa 0. It's been a while since we've had a game that's gone this well. Although Aston Villa aren't the strongest of opponents, this probably is the sort of result we could have expected had we actually been relegated to the Championship. Thankfully we've stayed up and things will be just as difficult as they were last year in the Premier League for us. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. Kieran Tierney and DeAndre Yedlin were both really impressed in this debut game for them. DeAndre Yedlin especially. With a spin. Nice tackle by Wesley Hurt. You know where to go here. Let's go backwards. Buffal to Tierney. Obafemi there centrally. And Højbjerg's made a run inside the defender here. Périmel Højbjerg. Not had the best of games if I'm honest. But that is a stunning finish. Wow. Yeah, unstoppable shot indeed, Martin Tyler. That was hit so cleanly and purely into that far top corner. I didn't expect it to go that well when I had the shot. I didn't really feel like Charlie Austin was in a good position to play the pass through, so I just hit it, and I'm glad I did. 4-0. Great ball over the top. Hurt should deal with it, and does well. Tierney forward. Over inside to Tadic, and there's Ward-Prowse. The 3 substitutes linking up. Austin will look over the top, but it's not going to reach Quincy Promes. 90 seconds or so to go. I don't suppose there'd be too much added time on at the end of the game. Austin just wouldn't react to actually come towards the ball, though, which is frustrating. Just the 2 minutes of stoppage. Okay, Justin, wasn't necessarily the sort of tackle I wanted you to go for, but never mind. Looks like... I just held my breath because I have been known to jinx myself. It looks like we're going to get a clean sheet. We are going to get a clean sheet for the first time in a while, and also a great debut for DeAndre Edlin and Kieran Tierney, specifically the young American. It's 2 really good crosses. I don't tend to score from crosses, do I? But if he can whip in balls like that, we might find myself kind of changing the way that I play a little bit. Any shocks in there? Chelsea 1, Wimbledon 0. Gillingham 2, MK Dons lost to Liverpool. Norwich drawing 1-1 with Sunderland. It's not really too much of a shot. And I didn't see the other ones further down the list. Game has been rescheduled. Right, now, the thing that needs to happen next is that Dusan Tadic needs to get sold. And as of yet, that hasn't been confirmed. So, let me show you who I've got on the shortlist. And then when I get the money in, I can start throwing bids around. So, we're looking for a winger or a striker or someone preferably that can play both. Andreas Pereira was suggested to me, but I'm going to say no to him. Henry Onyekuru was suggested to me as well, but I'm going to say no to him. Similarly to Bruma. Don't want Bruma. Torgan Hazard is expensive, but top quality. I'll leave him there. I don't know much about Consuelo Guedes, but he's been a very popular suggestion in the comment section, so I will leave him here for now. I don't know what his valuation is, though, which sucks. I'm still waiting for a scout report, but obviously I'm not going to get one before the end of the window. David Neres is another player that I would probably struggle to get. As you can see, it says this team will not sell the players. He's too important for the club. I could try, but it might cost a premium. We've already bought Justin Kluivert, of course, a winger from Ajax. And I kind of prefer not just to raid Ajax, but it is a genuine option. We've still got Daniel Sturridge on the list for striker, although he wasn't seemingly that popular, so I will remove him. Wissam Ben Yedder had an incredible game for Sevilla the other night against Manchester United. I will definitely keep him on the list. Timo Werner is going to be out my price range, I'm afraid, and wasn't that popular a suggestion. You guys seem to think he was kind of a bit generic, so we won't go for him. Mario Balotelli is still there and wasn't unpopular, so I'll leave him here for now. Callum Wilson was an option. Andre Silva I added to the list as well. I don't know much about him, but I think he's supposed to be pretty decent. Luis Muriel is a player that could do very well for me. Dominic Calvert-Lewin I added, but I don't think so. Divock Origi, though, was a very popular suggestion. In fact, Origi had one of the highest thumbs-up comments on the previous episode, so he's most certainly going to be on the vote if there is one, providing I get the money in. Mbappe is obviously the go-to for a winger and striker. I can't afford Mbappe. He's straight out the window. Rodrigo would be a great option, but he's just joined Burnley in this window. So unfortunately, I can't sign him, which sucks. Alexander Coquelin is another player that I could look at. I didn't realise he could play out wide as well. So I could have a look at him. And then Richarlison and Memphis Depay are the other two. Richarlison is a player that I did mention before I even started this series that I would like to try. And he's got 74 finishing, but if I train his finishing, Richarlison, at 21 years of age, looks like a very exciting young player. I'm quite keen on him, I will be honest. Memphis Depay, obviously, is kind of Richarlison, but a little bit better, although not quite as good on the ball, which is surprising. I expected Depay's dribbling to be slightly better than... Well, to be fair, his dribbling is 86. I expected his ball control to be slightly better than 80, but still. Memphis is a good option, but I think... At this stage, favourites are Richarlison, Divock Origi, maybe Luis Muriel, Callum Wilson, and Guedes because he was so popular. And then Torgan Hazard if I've got the money. But it all depends on if I get the bids in here on transfer deadline day. The biggest deals in the window so far are Belotti, Gundogan and Forsberg. Johnny's just gone to PSG. Sandro's gone on loan to Montpellier, and it's not Celtic, is it? I just saw green and white in a circle. My brain went Celtic. It's definitely not Celtic. Right, come on, confirm those outgoing transfers for me. Yes. Dusan Tadic sold 16.2 million, 12.5 of which added to my budget. Now, that means my transfer budget looks like that at the minute. £23.5 million with £74,000 available wage-wise. I'm just going to give it another couple of hours. Because, of course, transfers now... Please tell me that's Stephen Davis being sold as well. No, a transfer for Sam McQueen, though. Good. Yes, accept. Okay. We might get 3 players out the door. £194 million spent so far on transfer deadline day. Make that 216. Stephen Davis sold as well. This is great news. 2.5 million added to the transfer budget, and he had a decent whack in terms of wages as well. So I can do this. I've got 25 million and 100 grand available wage-wise. Right. I'm going to go through... I'm going to wait and see what happens with McQueen. Let's give it another couple of hours. Because, of course, you can do transfers in real time now, rather than having to wait. Sam McQueen. Give me an email telling me Sam McQueen has been sold. Now. Okay. Never mind. Right. I'm going to go and throw in some bids for a number of players, and we'll see how things progress. Plus, I need a wee. Right, so I haven't been able to strike a deal for Balotelli, Torgan Hazard or Guedes. David Neres it won't let me buy because apparently short on players in that position. Andre Silva, AC Milan are getting back to me, but I don't think that deal's going to happen either. I have, however, had offers accepted for Ben Yedder for 24.7, Callum Wilson for 20, Luis Muriel for 21, Origi for 23.7, Richarlison for 19, Memphis Depay for 26, and Cochran for 21.6. I don't know who to go for. On the vote will be Ben Yedder, Wilson, Origi, Richarlison, and Muriel. Yeah, basically the top 5 as they sit here. Ben Yedder, Wilson, Muriel, Origi, Richarlison. They are going to be the 5 on the vote. So I'm going to remove Depay. I'm basically just going to... I'll remove everyone that isn't that lot. Remove. I mean, I'll leave that there because it's... No, I'm just going to remove. Right. These 5, they are your ones to vote for. Let me just... I'll advance till there's like 2 hours left. Just to see... Or until we get that Sam McQueen deal done. 9 emails. McQueen sold. Good. Everybody's looking forward to contract negotiations. Which is good news. Just going to... Right. Oh, dearie me. Oh, they want 31.7 for Andre Silva. I'm going to back out. I can't afford that. Right. So then. God. To end the episode, who should I buy? The vote is there for you to make. Ben Yedder. I can show you a brief glimpse at their stats. It's only Richarlison that I can see exact stats for, but they're Ben Yedder's stats. These are Callum Wilson. Oh, I can't even see any of Callum Wilson's stats. Apparently he's injury prone, which doesn't help. Finishing is a good one, and then obviously physically he's very good. Luis Muriel, again, I'm still waiting for scout reports and can't show you anything more than that, I'm afraid. Divock Origi, similarly, I can't unfortunately show you anything there. And Richarlison, I can show you exact stats for Richarlison. Can play left wing, left mid, striker. Obviously, could play on the right as well. The decision is yours. 5'7" Ben Yedder, but 5-star weak foot and a 4-star skills. Wilson is 3-star at 5'11". Weirdly, it shows everybody up as being left-footed. Obviously, they're not all left-footed. Muriel is 4-star at 5'10". Origi's 4-star 3-star at 6'1". Richarlison is 3-star 5-star weak foot at 5'11". The decision is yours. You've already made the decision to bring in Skriniar yourselves. You've already made the decision to bring in to bring in DeAndre Yedlin yourselves. Now, go and make the decision for which striker you want me to sign. Striker / winger / player that can play both. Let me know in the comment section which way you voted. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you next time.